Welcome to the Political Matrix News. Hey, welcome back to the Political Matrix Newscast. Rob Milford in Orlando, Greg Fink holding things together in Gainesville as best as he can with the basic crooked politics of Alachua County. And let me tell you, we could do like a 2-hour show on that, but he would like to have his house without any bullet holes and without the fire department being called. So we're not going to get into it right now. Where to begin? One person's name we have not mentioned at the Republican National Convention this week is Congressman of the 1st District of Florida. That would be Matt Gaetz. Yes. We both know Matt Gaetz. I'm going to be real simple about this. I wouldn't want him as a neighbor, and I sure as hell wouldn't let him date my sister, and I don't even like my sister. But there you have it.
I don't even have one.
Okay, you wouldn't let him date your mom or your aunt. Either. All right.
My 5th cousin.
Your what?
My 5th cousin. You couldn't even date her.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I mean, that's.
So his speech on Wednesday night was early in the agenda, and I think we all missed it. Is that pretty accurate, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he looked pretty wired. He looked pretty interesting. And we're going to be showing some photos here of his new facelift that he got. He definitely got a nose job.
Let's go ahead. And,
show
and this is the old Matt Gaetz. This is the Matt Gaetz we knew when he was a state rep. This is when he got elected to Congress in 2016, reelected in 18, reelected 20, and reelected in 22. There's a picture of him at the 2020 Republican convention. And, I mean, he just has that Beavis and Butthead hair thing going on. He has that big whippy hair thing.
But the hair's down now, though.
Right. But let's get into this. Apparently, during this summer recess, somebody talked to me. It may have been Kimberly Guilfoyle, Donald Trump Jr.'s fiancée. She was virtually unrecognizable last night as she gave a speech prior to her boyfriend. She had so much work done, and she is 54. So, she was doing fine, just doing fine. She was one of the hotties. Let's be honest. She was one of the hotties at Fox News, say up to about 6-7 years ago. And she was at Fox for quite a while. And, she went from anchoring to being a talking head and, always wearing the really expensive high heels so they would show on camera. But somewhere in the last year or so, she went and the eyes, the forehead, the lips were all poofed up, worse than a Kardashian. So now let's go ahead and see a picture of Matt Gaetz last night. I don't know if we have video or not. Do we have video of this or just the stills?
We also had we got the photo. We can also go ahead and play his speech because his speech looks like he's wired up.
Yeah,
he's like dancing and tap dancing. And
we'll do the stills here, and let me run this down from a professional in the plastic surgery business. All right, this came down very simple. In case you were wondering, when you look, and you've got the side-by-side comparison there. So you've got a forehead lift with Botox. Okay, you've got a botched upper blepharoplasty, damned if I know what it is, which is still healing. You have a lower blepharoplasty. You have filler mid-face and lower face and chin. You have a rhinoplasty. That's a nose job. They made his nose skinny. Why, I don't know, but they did. There is less gum showing, so apparently they do a release on something called the perioral muscle. I guess that controls where your upper lip goes. That's the only thing that makes any sense. But we've all known people. I got to tell you, there was this beautiful girl years and years ago in Pensacola who, when she smiled, you saw most of her gums. That's not attractive. I didn't even know there was an operation you could do to release the perioral muscle, but now we know. So this is a little bit of Matt Gaetz last night, and let's go ahead and roll into this.
Donald Trump is unstoppable. Elect him president again, and America will be unstoppable too. Meanwhile, Joe Biden's been out of it. Democrats have been hiding the real Biden for years. We saw people in the witness protection program more often than we saw unscripted Biden. Under Biden-Harris, America has fallen sicker, lonelier, and poorer. Under Trump, we prospered, we were richer, inflation was low, and there were two genders. Under Biden-Harris, inflation has gotten so bad you can no longer bribe Democrat senators with cash alone. You have to use gold bars just so the bribes hold value. Oh, the swamp draining will recommence soon, and I will be President Trump's strongest ally in Congress to pass term limits, to stop taxpayer funding for political campaigns, to ban members of Congress for life from becoming lobbyists, and for the same reason you don't let the referee bet on the game, ban members of Congress from trading individual stocks. I am proud to stand before you, the only Republican in Congress who takes no lobbyist money, no PAC money. It's not good for me. I work for you, not them. President Trump, he'll never defund our police, but he will defund foreign aid to countries that hate us. And President Trump understands that if it isn't racist to check ID for a hunting license or welfare benefits or a fishing license, then it is okay to demand an ID to vote everywhere in this country in every election that's held. A Democrat congressman recently said that any criticism of Joe Biden is ableist. I don't think it's too much to ask that the American president be able to do the job. Kamala Harris isn't able to do any job. She was appointed border czar. Appointing Kamala Harris to oversee the border is like appointing Bernie Madoff to oversee your retirement plan. President Trump has shown the world what he is made of, and now we will show the world what America is made of by having his back. And how about the choice President Trump made for a running mate? JD looks like a young Abraham Lincoln, but he's from Ohio, like General Grant. And like General Grant, JD Vance knows how to fight. So they can run Biden from the nursing home, Harris, George Clooney, Robert De Niro, whoever they want to run. We are on a mission to rescue and save this country, and we ride or die with Donald John Trump to the end. Thank you all so much. Thank you for having my back. Let's go get him.
So that's Matt Gaetz at the Republican National Convention early on Wednesday night.
Yes.
I don't think he was prime time. Now, Greg, I've got a bit of a problem. That's one thing for Donald Trump to be a convicted felon on a bunch of BS, politically motivated charges, paying somebody off. It's a private company. He can do whatever the heck he wants to with a private company. And I just found that this lawfare the Democrats declared on Donald Trump, well, now it's getting better. It's going to, hopefully it'll get better. And I think his election as a president in about 109 days will pretty much solve all of those problems. You think there's really a prosecutor that's going to say, yeah, I want the president in court? Guess what? You can't.
I don't think it's going to happen anymore.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And it's okay that they got a Trump staffer who got out of prison in Florida yesterday. They got him on a plane to Milwaukee, and he got a standing ovation when he walked in. He did 4 months in federal prison. I think it's that Metro prison. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, was it Peter Navarro who did that?
Yep, that'd be it. And
what was he arrested for? I'm not really familiar with the whole situation.
I can't keep track. There's too many involved. And so he served his time, period. But then I've got a real problem since the House Ethics Committee is investigating a member of Congress for not just drug use, but doing drugs at a party with underage hookers in the Bahamas. But they were American hookers, so they had to fly from the U.S. to the Bahamas. That makes it international. And since they were employed in the sex trade, for lack of a better term, that makes it an international sex trafficker. And they had one of those members of Congress on stage last night at the Republican National Convention. And his name is Matt Gaetz. By no stretch has he been cleared. He has not been indicted. The investigation on the level of Congress keeps going. And
in fact, he's actually bragged and owned up to going to these parties with these girls. He's talked about, I mean, he has the text messages from his phone about the date rape drugs and about the other substances that were at these events and everything else. And so, I mean, it's like he's communicating about it already, and they still let him on stage. I mean, the only thing he's denying is the underage part. The underage part is what he's denying.
Right.
He's not denying anything else, really.
All right, so let's say the girl was of age, 18. She's still being hired to go to another country to engage in sexual activity. That's sex trafficking. Any way you cut it. Doesn't matter if she's paid, not paid, doesn't matter. Okay? That is the freaking letter of the law. And the fact that the RNC would put him on stage when you have a great American like Mike Waltz from Daytona Beach, Special Forces Green Beret captain, first one of those ever elected to Congress. He takes care of Daytona Beach, DeLand, Deltona, the next 2 counties just north of Orlando. So a true American
put Hulk Hogan on there tonight, too.
I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm not sure whether Showbiz. I'm not sure why Dana White's there. I don't know. They're buddies. But did we discuss if Trump owns WWE?
Yeah, we're looking into that. Yeah.
Wrestling. Okay. He may. They may just be buddies. I don't know. So that's it. We're going to take the president's speech and put that into bite-sized gulps. He could go anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes. And as he promised, he was going to rewrite his entire speech to reflect on what happened to him on Saturday.
Right.
And we've mentioned the word humbling. I think that's pretty good. Sobering is definitely appropriate, although he doesn't drink.
That's true.
So he's not going to have a problem, by the way, having J.D. Vance's mom come to the White House in January to celebrate her 10 years of clean and sober sobriety.
That's great.
And
great for him to do that.
He ain't going to have a problem with that at all. So I'm looking forward to that. I really am.
I am.
And so with that, we'll wrap it up. And thank you for joining us. Please, we need likes. We need subscribers. It's free. Free. Not much in the world is free, but we really could use the subscribers. You know how the different services, the X's and the FBs and the IGs, and everybody is all wired into that. It doesn't cost you anything. And just appreciate the click and likes and shares. Yeah, all of that. So we do that, and we'll sign off for right now. Rob Milford and Greg Fink for the Political Matrix News.